First of all, Ludacris, it's an honour to meet you. Welcome to the UK. Now, you started off having a radio show.
Oh yeah.
How did you go from radio show to MC?
Well, I mean, when people say started off doing a radio show, I didn't really start it off like that. That's kind of like where I got my start, in my opinion. But I've been rapping since I was like 9 years old. So with the radio show, that's kind of like where I started getting a little bit of celebrity, just because I was rapping on a radio station in Atlanta, Georgia. So when I say I got my start there, I kind of say that only because I met so many different people to where I finally got a little bit of commercial success by working with Timbaland, because he heard me at this radio station. But I've been rapping all my life. I don't want people to think I got my start there. I started really young.
Was hip-hop the only musical influence around you as a child?
Oh no, not at all. There was a lot of different music. There was a lot of different music that was kind of like an influence on me, from R&B to soul to rock and roll to a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? Frankie Beverly and Mays, James Brown, Michael Jackson, you know, Run DMC, of course, when you go back to hip hop. And then you add a little bit of everything. Sting, you know, Hall & Oates, all of that.
This is your fifth set now, Release Therapy. There's been an image change, which lots of people are aware of. Is this a different Ludacris now on Release Therapy?
It's just a different side of Ludacris, I would say. But then there's still some sides of the same Ludacris on there too. It's just about being versatile. People have to understand, you know, when you come to your fifth album, you got to start talking about some different things, or show people a different side of yourself. So, you know, it's still the same Ludacris, but then it's more of a serious side. And I think that, you know, we're all complex as human beings, and we have so many different sides to ourselves. So with this particular album, I just wanted to show a different side. And I did, you know, I cut the hair. I'd had the braids like 10 years of my life. It was time for a change, and I was sick of getting the hair braided, man. And I just cut it, man. It was time for a change.
When it comes to writing, obviously, you know, you're a prolific writer. What kind of setup do you need? Do you need everybody to get out of the room, you know, lock yourself in a corner or write, or you can just come up with something anyway? I
mean, when I'm writing, I usually like to be by myself, just because I don't want any distractions around me, especially when I'm in the studio. It's the same way. Like, you know, I tell everybody to get out because I'm trying to concentrate. Time is money, man. So that's exactly the type of person I am.
Okay. How involved in the conception stage of the video are you?
I'm extremely involved in every video that I do. You know what I mean? I like to be hands-on with it and give the director different ideas and, you know, shots. So as you can tell, as consistent as all the videos have been, I really have a lot of input in the videos.
You have a lot of fun when you're making that?
Oh, I have a hell of a lot of fun, man. I love doing videos, you know, it's extremely fun.
What kind of challenges did acting bring into Ludacris as well?
The challenges that acting brought in is just a new kind of challenge, just trying to, when you're trying to be a specific character in a movie, it's a challenge all within itself. But I love the challenge, and I think it's great. So I would just say being a lot more patient is one of the challenges, because you're on somebody else's time, as opposed to me being a rapper and being able to do whatever I want, whenever I want, for the most part. So, you know, you're on somebody else's time and money, and that's basically what it came down to.
For you, greatest of all time, who would that be?
The greatest of all time would have to be between, of course, Biggie and Tupac. But, you know, if I had to choose one, I would say Tupac, because I think he had, like you said, an influence on so many different people's lives. And I think that, you know, he was just one of the strongest, you know, personalities and rappers out there. And it's just emotionally, he hits so many different people. Yeah. And I think that's what music is about.
Ludacris, thanks very much.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.